Day 19 of filming. I hope I'm in focus. I've got the camera mounted in a tree now today. It's May the 27th, 2020. I just finished with the potato garden that we left off with yesterday. In all, I ended up getting 96 potatoes planted in an area I would say 12 to 15 feet long by about 16 or 6 feet wide. Unfortunately, I have about another 50 potatoes still to plant, so I have some work to do to dig up one more garden to get those in the ground. I was reading up on it that we're likely to expect 4 to 10 potatoes per potato plant. So if we go on the low end of that spectrum, I'm hoping to pull out about, out of 150 potatoes, let's say 4 per plant is 600 potatoes by the end of the year. So that would be decent if we pull that off. The variety we planted is called a russet Burbank, and it's because it came recommended from 2 different places that I bought from that it was their longest winter storage variety, and it's also really good for French fries. And my little guy happens to be a pretty fussy eater, so that's a win on both fronts, that we got something that he'll likely eat and something that will store well for us over the winter. So let's hope for the best with those gardens. I'm going to take you around here in a moment and just show you the area. We also have blueberry and raspberry here. And this is, in the end, this is going to be a permaculture project. And so anywhere that I find edible plants that are growing well in their own, niche, they're going to be left alone. I may go through and kill off some of the competing plants just to help them grow better. And also some of the poplars I've topped around the area to open up some sunlight. I've left some of the posts in place just because I can use it for fencing. I've got to try to keep my dog out of some of this stuff because he's been walking through the potato garden already. But I'll end up probably putting up a little bit of wire fencing to try to keep animals back from it. And yeah, I'll take you around for a little tour. So there's the potato garden that we just finished off with. Back here, I found a really nice patch of blueberry right in here. It'll take a little bit of cleaning up some of the brush on the ground, and again, I'll kill off some of the competing plants, anything except for the alder that is left around here. And on that note of the alders, this is one here again. You can spot them. Young birch trees actually look quite a lot alike, except that I found that the leaves are sharper on the birch trees, but both have a spotted stalk like this here. One way though I can sort of tell these apart, number one, again, the leaves are more rounded on the alders. Also, some of the trunks look a little bit of a lighter green color. I think that's fresh, some of the fresh growth. And you can also tell down here where somebody had cut these back at one time, not recognizing their value. Alder usually grows in clumps like this. So between the root sections down below, the color of the stalk, and the leaves that are coming out on it, I can tell that that's an alder. So I've left that there to feed nitrogen into my potato bed here. I also have a nice patch of alder right here that sits in the middle between the potato garden and over here the Jerusalem artichoke that we've planted. So these alders can feed nitrogen into there. Here's another one sitting off from the artichokes. So that's 3. And then finally, my last garden, I'll just get a step back here. Potatoes over in there, artichoke right here. That's the alder in the middle. And I think my last garden is going to have to go in right here. I'll take a section starting here where my foot is over to the fir tree over there. And you can tell now this is the type of ground that we're starting off with, and it's pretty rough. I have to pull up all of that brush, cut everything down here. There's nothing edible, it looks like, in this section. And then we have to go through it with the pickaxe and the shovel to till the soil and go through the whole process that we've already described before. Lastly, on these beds, you can see again, this is sort of the pasture area that comes around. We're leaving the pasture alone in case we ever have livestock down here someday. And where these border it, what I'm hoping is that will keep back the invasion of these forest type plants and trees coming into the pasture area. And I'm not sure, but it may even feed nutrient into the pasture area as we make the ground more and more fertile in these flower beds. Now here you can see where we've topped off some of the poplars. up above the garden. That's to, again, have some fence posts and to open up some light. And I've got a few more up in here that I have to cut back as well to try to open this area up some. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. You got a little bit of a tour. When we're done here, we're going to have 2 potato beds, a bed of Jerusalem artichoke, some blueberry and raspberry around the area, and I've got an idea to maybe try planting peas at the base of some of these poplar trees. I've got no idea how that's going to work out though, but I'll get to that on another day if that project actually happens. And we'll keep you posted on how this goes this summer. So thank you, like and subscribe.